It was the day of the midnight floater. So the Amtrak and Union Pacific locomotives hooked up, and the passengers were in the Metropolitan Lounge getting ready for their departure. And then the boarding call was made. It's the boarding call for the midnight floater, all aboard. And so I walked over to my sleeper car in the mid-train. As Parker, my sleeping car attendant, was there, I was ready to get on board. Time to board! Here it is! It was nice and cozy inside. And me and Parker Cakester were ready, and then the other train departed. And then it was our turn to depart. Goodbye, One-Zing-Half! I said. This journey was non-stop, and Sasha had multiple locomotives behind her. And then she steamed into the desert. Here comes the desert! She said. It was beautiful. Cactuses were everywhere, and it was lovely in the observation car. In the cafe car, they sold a brownie and Rice Krispie treat. Sasha made her way over the bridge. With every booster car and locomotive pushing from the rear, Sasha was on schedule. The train was really long, and Sasha puffed on. My dinner reservation was at 6:45 this evening. So I clattered down the tracks. The diaper cars were in the rear of the train. Sasha steamed into a tunnel and out the other side. The B units and A units behind were pushing from the rear, so Sasha controlled them remotely. What time is your dinner? 6:45, and I'm going to walk over in a couple minutes. Look at that! I can see the back of the train! Oh, I went to the dome car as well, where the sky is lovely. At 6:45, dinner was reserved, and the Mexican tacos were lovely and yummy. For dessert, I'm going to have the brownie and butter cake. So the brownie and butter cake were yummy too. Everyone loved them very much. Especially me. As the tunnel came into view. And at last, it was bedtime, so I went to the observation car to hang out for the last time. And then at last, I brushed them up, and it was time for bed. Lights out. Sasha steamed through the night. Her lamp was bright on. And the train had a lot of locomotives. And the coach passengers were asleep too. "Make way for the night express," called Sasha. Her cab was shiny and dark. "Here I go to Ganymede." It was time for lights out. Well, the train car swayed from side to side. "Good night, passengers," I said. It was late. Sasha went through the night, and early the next morning, my breakfast was served at 9:46, and then I had the M&M pancakes. And I had a nice shower indeed. But Sasha carried on. The coaches were lovely. "Here I come!" called Sasha. "The Notham region is forgotten." And then she steamed into the beautiful countryside. The locomotives pushed with all their might. Train 73 was long, and then train 74 came into view. "Hello, train," I said. It had different locomotives pulling it. But Sasha carried on. She stopped at Calypso Station and then carried on down the tracks. I was in the dome car again, and another train was about to pass. "Hello, train," I said. And then for lunch, I went with the spaghetti and meatballs, and they were lovely. And then I went for the butter cake again, along with the brownie. They were yummy. And then the train clattered down the tracks while I digested in my seat, and it was time to go back to my roomette. Over at the crossing, some horses were waiting for Sasha to pass. "What a good name I have," she said. Meanwhile, an unnamed preschool locomotive was shunting some freight cars, but it wasn't watching where it was going. Then there was trouble! Sorry about that. I can't stop to help. I'm on Sasha's train, and I'm sorry too. She steamed over a big bridge while I hung out in my roomette. There's no room for more than 2 people in a roomette, Sasha said. I'm just the best preschool engine ever! And the train clattered over the bridge. She arrived at the last station stop completely. And it's time for me to get off. Don't you think? After the last half of the train was detached, it was moved into a siding. I did watch the second half go to the maintenance facility while Sasha got ready herself. Some new engines were being met today. I hope you meet them and make eye contact, right? Let's just hope they're in the mood to talk, okay? Sasha shunted her locomotives out of the way. And then a man walked up. It was Mr. Fergustein. "A new preschool railroad has opened," he said. "Shh! Don't tell the other Amtrak locomotives that it's a preschool railroad. Collect your freight cars quickly." "I will, sir," whispered Sasha.